Hi there, welcome to the first video in the series Python Programming for Absolute Beginners. My name is John and my mission is to make learning enjoyable. Before we start, I would like to make it clear what this is and what this isn't. Like the name implies, this tutorial is for absolute beginners. So, if you are an absolute beginner who hasn't written a single line of code before in your life, or you're a person who has tried it but didn't work out quite well, then this is for you. We will look at each topics in detail and do a lot of programming problems after that to make it stick. But if you're an experienced Python programmer, then this series is probably not for you because you might find it really boring and silly. So with that being said, how I expect you to proceed is you should watch the explanation part first, and as we do programming problems you should pause the video after each problem statement and try to solve the problems yourself and watch the solutions only if you get stuck. Only if you think you can't proceed without watching the solutions, only in that case you should watch the solutions. Otherwise always try to do it yourself. Now we'll try to answer the most important question. How do we learn to program? The answer is really simple. You have to write code yourself. You have to solve programming problems, a lot of them. There's no other way, there's no shortcut to this. Think of it like this. Learning programming is just like learning any other skills. You're never gonna learn how to ride a bike by just watching tutorials. Just like that, you're never gonna be a good programmer by just watching tutorial videos. To be a good programmer, you have to code yourself. You have to solve a lot of problems yourself. And you'll make a lot of mistakes and you'll get stuck a lot of times, and that's totally okay. If you persist doing this, you're gonna be a good programmer eventually. I guarantee you. And as you proceed in your coding journey, many times you will get this feeling like it's not for us or we are not made to do this. And there's a name for this feeling. It's called imposter syndrome. To overcome this, you need to know that every single one of the programmers that you see has gone through this at least once in their career. So that feeling is completely normal. We just have to be persistent. So we are starting an exciting journey that can be challenging at times. Make yourself a commitment that you're gonna find some 30 minutes to 1 hour for practicing daily. That's all that matters. You're gonna thank yourself a year later that you have started today. Now, to give you a brief introduction to computer programming, programming is simply getting our computer to do the stuff we want it to do. Think of it this way. When we run our favorite app in a PC or a mobile, we are making that device work in a way that we want. When we run Notepad in our PC turns into a note-taking device. When you play a video, our PC turns into a video player. So, to tell the computer what to do, we must speak a language that the computer understands. Now there's a problem. Computers understand only machine language, otherwise called binary language. It's all zeros and ones. But we can't speak that language. So we have developed high level languages like Python, Java, etc. so that we can write programs, then we can translate it to machine language. So we need a translator. Broadly speaking, there are two types of translators, compilers and interpreters. Now, depending upon how we translate the program, there are two classes of languages, compiled and interpreted. We don't have to understand every details about the theory of this translation now. Just keep in mind the fact that compiler will first compile the whole program into machine code that the computer can understand. Then when we run it, computer natively understands it and so the programs run really fast. On the other hand, interpreters translates the program line by line as it is executed. Python is an interpreted language, and when we run a Python program, Python interpreter will take the first line, translate it into machine code, and the computer executes it. Then the second line, and so on. So, as the program is translated on the fly, interpreted languages are a bit slow in terms of execution speed. We just don't have to worry about execution speed at this point. Just be aware that Python is fast enough for all the applications that it is used for. Now that the introduction part is finally over, we can start by setting up Python on our local machines. I'm using a Windows PC here, and to install Python on a Windows PC, you can do it either by going to the Microsoft Store and then search Python here, and you can install the latest version from here, or you can go to the official Python website, then download the executable file from here under the download section, and you can run the executable. When you run the executable file, you will see a screen like this, and you will have a checkbox that asks if you want to add python.exe to path. So you have to select that checkbox, then click install now, and it will be installed on your PC. And the installation is complete. Once the Python installation is complete, you can open the Windows PowerShell by going to Windows menu, search for PowerShell, and in PowerShell you can give the command python space dash dash version. If the installation was successful, you should see a version number here. Just press enter and see it's the version 3.11 that is installed on my PC. So if you see a version number that is greater than or equal to 3.5, then it's fine. But if you see an error message here instead of this version number, then that means either the Python installation has failed or you forgot to add python.exe to the system path. In either case, you can solve the problem by reinstalling Python. Now, as the installation is finally over, we can start writing our first program and we'll see how we can run it. Okay, so for that, I will open my text editor. So as I'm using the Windows, I will open Notepad as my text editor. And if you're using Linux or Mac, you can open your favorite text editor for that. So I will open Notepad here. I will no, it's all lowercase letters, sprint, and I will open parenthesis, and inside here we have to type the message that we want to be displayed on screen in quotation. So let's open the quotation and I'll type the message hello world. Okay. And I will close the quotations and I'll close the parenthesis, and then we have to save this file. So for that I will create a new folder on my desktop and I will name it Python practice, and inside that I will save this file with the name pyprogram 1.py. So this extension part is really important. We have to give the extension .py, so that means this particular file is a Python program. Okay, so yeah, then we have to click save and see this is the folder that we just created, and we'll go inside this folder, and this is our program file. And to run this, I will right click here and I will select open in terminal. So what it does is that it will open this particular folder inside in Windows PowerShell. So this is the prompt here, and we can see the name of the folder here. So that means we are currently inside this folder, and once we are inside this folder, we can give the command python space name of the file. So in our case, it's pyprogram 1.py. okay, so when I hit enter, see what happens. So this thing right here is the output of the program, and it just displays the text that we have given inside the print statement to the screen. So that's what the print statement does. It takes in a value and it just displays it on screen. So we don't have to worry much about the syntax of it right now. So the whole point of this is that we have to see how we can write a Python script and how we can run it. Okay, so that we have done it successfully. So that's it for now, and in the next lesson we will take a detailed look at this print statement. So if you like this video, if you found it useful, please like, share and subscribe. So that's it. See you in the next video.